Hey everyone, this is Cali Bear, and I've been doing some studying on black people and trying to find out where black people come from, what happened. A lot of people from Africa or the States. And there's a lot of videos and documentaries out there, so I'm looking at them, studying them, trying to find books. And I'm coming across a lot of things where a lot of Europeans got a group of native Africans and enslaved them in their own state, own village, and made their mind, change their minds. Which also, they came to the United States and did the same thing to the black people that lived here also. What happened, we didn't know nothing about Christianity. Each tribe would worship God, but in their own ways. And we got forced Christianity onto us. And I don't get why a lot of black people like this Christianity, this today Christianity, when it was taught to us by a group of people that didn't care anything about us and wanted us to change our mind. We was all getting along until they erased our minds and reprogrammed it and changed it. And to this day, we're fighting each other. We don't get along. Families fight each other. A lot of women against men. Men beat women. It's not fair that we do these things because a group of race of people did these things. Now we're finding out a lot of these things, and a lot of us are still not trying to change. They're still sitting down, worshiping this new Christianity, not trying to find your roots, not trying to find your ancestors. And then the stuff that's in the Bible is not for modern times, it's for old times. It's for old people. It wasn't talking about what is going on today. It's talking about way back then. It's a history book. It's a lesson. You apply those stories so you don't do the same mistakes. And God said, if you want to call him God, that he made us in the image of him. If we're in the image of him, we should have him-like powers. I know one power that is that everybody can see, but still don't believe, that we can do creation. We can create life. How we create life? One man plants a seed in a female. She incubates that life until it's ready to be on earth. Actually, till it's ready to come out the womb. We could also do more if our brains wasn't taken away from us the part that we supposed to use. As they say we don't use all of it. We use about 20% of our brain, 80% we don't use. Who is that? It's because of these people of European descent coming to different countries and wiping out. And the one people they didn't wipe out, they rearranged their brain, reprogrammed them. Now, there was slavery, but not all the people in the United States came from slavery, came from Africa, because there's nowhere in the world you can get that many people on a ship and bring them to America if that many people die in Africa because of getting their hands cut off, their feet cut off, other parts cut off, and being starved to death and whipped to death. Most of the black people that was in the United States was enduring the same thing the Africans was enduring. I would never call myself a Moor because you see pictures, pictures, not drawings of old pictures back in those days, but pictures from a camera back in those days of Moors helping the white man navigate through all these countries because they was navigators themselves, and they used to navigate through all these countries before the European white settlers did. Second, these Moors didn't care anything about their own black people and their own black skins. They sold us out to these Europeans, and they got tricked themselves because the Moors used to own Europe. To this day, you can find artifacts of different churches and buildings with um, black-like faces on the outside of the building with afros. You don't get perfect afros from Caucasian people. Yeah, some of them might have some curly hair, but not like um, uh, dark colored melanated people. It's a shame that too many people are brainwashed and they're not waking up, even though stuff hit them in the face. People have to wake up and see. This is just a short message from your boy Cali Bear. I'm changing my circle, some of my family members out of my life. I'm going to start a new circle. Only while I stay in Cali, unless there are, I find a better job than what I'm working at now. But if I don't, I'm moving to Miami, somewhere in Florida. But I like to thank you people to watch some of my video, because there will be more, because I'm very curious about life, about our ancestors. See, I am mixed. My mom is from the United States. My grandma from the United States. She's Cherokee Indian from the Northeast. And my dad, if my grandpa and them had tribes back in the days, I wouldn't know. But I know that my dad is Afro-Cubano. He's a black Cuban. Now, there's black people everywhere. He's black, but from Cuba. So, hit me up. Let me know what you think. Quite frankly, if you bashing me or whatever, I really don't care. I'm getting too old to thrive into the negativity. Anything negative make you live a shorter life. You want positive things in your life. And being curious is positive because I'm making my brain open. And they say if you challenge your brain and try to and put knowledge into it, it'll feel young and you'll live a longer life. So to that point, try to do something in life other than sitting around being lazy. Exercise, read a book, do some documentary study, try to learn something. Even if you are sitting down, challenge yourself. And then there anything I need to know and you want to shoot some knowledge to me, let me know because I'm still learning. Don't shoot me down because the information I get, and I'm telling you, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm wrong. It just necessarily means that's the information I got. Just like those people that got their brain rewired, they're not wrong for killing each other and fighting each other because their brain was rewired. That's what they was taught. If you gonna have a school, an elementary school for a bunch of black people, indigenous people, why come to the country, make the school out of your language, out of your knowledge, and then they can't learn college? And then if some of them was reading too much, they get the death penalty. You try to keep these people ignorant. This is why I don't like the Moors, because the Moors taught those Europeans how to write, read, in all the different languages that's in Europe. They come back to Africa with these Europeans, and the Europeans sold them out, told them that they was going to help them out with their land, and lied to them. And one thing, that's how we are driving cars today. Most of your rubber come from Africa in those trees. So that's how we got cars, because they learned they could turn rubber into a tire. They sold those indigenous people, native of those lands, sold them out, made them dumbfounded. If they wanted to learn something, they do something, they cut their hands off or their feet, which is sickening me. Because it was more of black people than white people. We could have got up and fought for our rights. Or those indigenous people could have got up and fought. But the reason they couldn't get up and fought, because they were deceived by their own black people that was called Moors. You have inside threat that's going against you. It's not fair. So let me know what some information that I really don't know that you would know. Everything is educational, no matter if it's wrong or right. I was taught Christopher Columbus discovered America until I got into the 10th grade in high school. They rearranged the book, he didn't discover anything. So I was taught that was right. So I could argue that question all day long that, oh yeah, Christopher Columbus discovered America when I was little in elementary. And then until I became an adult, or actually a teenager, he didn't discover anything. As I became an adult, and to my 30s, there's no Indians, there are indigenous people. Thank God that I'm learning on my own. If I keep going through these Caucasian ways of settling how they do school, I'd be so dumb I wouldn't know how to live life. Because they don't teach that to their own people. You go to some of these white states, in high school, they start you off with financial math on how to hold a business, how to pay for your mortgages, how to pay off credit cards. You don't have that in certain cities with a lot of minorities. You have to go to college for that out here and get a certificate. They don't teach that in high school. They teach you how to work for somebody when you get out of high school. Just listen. That's all I have to say.